know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Yeah. Gone with the summer. Once again, I'm gone with the summer. They be trying to count us out, we highly endowed. They must not know what's at stake, what we fighting about. This tradition to a wordsmith and missile shooter. How my automatic sniper, I bet this'll do ya. I give reason and ether to all the line soldiers. I'm undefeated, my region remains on my shoulders. I've cried nights, that's only because of highlights. I find life in knowing I'm playing mine right. Wicked crimes from them wanna-be crowned. Try to lead me to the deep where I might cunningly drown. At times I thought they got me where they wanted me now. But like the sun, I rise up when I don't wanna be down, and that's real. I know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Yeah. Gone with the summer. They ain't never been eye to eye with Satan in the broad daylight. Gone left while they all sway right. A true maverick, unbothered by what y'all made right. A naysayer slayer, I'm filleting all daylight. Yeah, we in that upside down, I manage not to sink. They keep our eyes wide shut, I manage not to blink. Another decade or maybe they not faking. Maybe it's more to it, maybe we got taken advantage of. Either way, the damage is done. The bottom feeders get to eat all them glamorous crumbs. Where all them seekers of truth, the speakers of the youth. We come and go with the summers, keep believing in you. I know you feel it in the nighttime, and you've given all your days while they were waiting on the right time. You went and made your wave. I don't need reasons to live. There's no reason to quit, it's all I know. So once again, I'm gone with the summer. Yeah. Gone with the summer. Yeah. Once again, I'm gone with the summer.
Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your number one source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. This is our weekly recap and the final recap for season 9 of Married to Medicine. And of course, we're going to be talking about Family Karma. We had a jam-packed watch party last night exclusively on TikTok, and we watched it all. We watched The Real Housewives of Potomac together. We also watched Family Karma's premiere for season 3, and we watched Married to Medicine, the finale for their season 9 reunion. We had a good time watching and talking about all 3 shows. But this evening, we're going to talk about the Married to Medicine reunion finale. But first, we got to get into Family Karma. Family Karma is back. It's back. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it because I love Family Karma. It really lives up to what we want from reality TV, a wholesome, funny, shady, but actually some real issues that are happening. We saw, if you watch season 1 and season 2, we were talking about family issues. We were talking about interpersonal friendship issues. This season, it seems as if, Anisha, wait a second, hold on. I forgot the receipt. Forgot the receipt. Hold on. Because Anisha, I think I figured out who Anisha's man is, but I'm sure the internet already figured it out. But I figured it out myself today when I was rewatching. When I was rewatching, I think I figured out. I think they showed us who exactly the man is. Anisha, I like Anisha on the show, but Anisha, the way she's behaving, this season so far, keeping her boo. I can understand. Look, I'm private too, but from your own like best friends, your own circle, I can also understand not bringing this guy on the show. But RSVPing at the very last minute for Vishal's wedding. First of all, we had an entire premiere episode on Family Karma of this wedding. Look, I did BravoCon a couple of weeks ago. An Indian wedding. This was a short Indian wedding because you heard what, oh my gosh. Why can't I think of her name right now? I was about to say Bilal, but it's not Bilal. You guys will remind me. She had a 7-day wedding. A 7-day wedding. With 1,200 people. I'm not set up for that. Like, I love an Indian wedding. An Indian wedding, I just love all of the traditions, the concert of it all. Literally, they're learning dance moves for the wedding. Bali, thank you, Florence. I don't know what's going on in my elephant brain today. It's late in the day. Y'all know this is my what? My third live of the day, right? Yeah, my third live of the day. She had a 7-day wedding. So a 3-day wedding, it's already jam-packed. They have all kinds of events. That's too much. I'm not set up. I would need a nap. I would need a nap in the middle of the day. I don't know how they do it, but I love them for it. We had a premiere episode where the entire episode was for Vishal's wedding in Mexico. Who would have thought? Because when we recapped, I think it was last season, we were talking about Vishal and Risha's relationship. 10 years of being together, relationship. Is it going to go anywhere? I honestly didn't think they would make it down the aisle. I'm sorry, I didn't. I really didn't. Because I felt like she hated him. But some of those are the relationships sometimes that last forever. But I have to say, it was a beautiful episode from beginning to end, because we're not only getting this celebration of their wedding, and we're seeing all the different parts, and the celebration of not just them being Indian and they're in like just the inter parts of being Indian and the different cultural things within the culture. So I was just like, it was some of the photos that they were taking of the actual moments that were happening, the colors, the outfits, the men's outfits. Oh my gosh. Why haven't I been invited to an Indian wedding? Because I would, oh my, of it all. Damn. Chastity says, I'm with Auntie Lopa. Of course. Okay, don't be hateful, Chastity. Oh, Auntie Lopa. But I get it too. Because Vishal is a character. He is a character. And if you had to choose who your daughter was going to marry, he probably wouldn't be on the top of the list. Because he's such a woo. But this entire episode was about their wedding. But we were also within all of the drama, which producers, you did a stellar job, because we all know there's always some sort of story happening at these big events, like just interpersonal stories. Anisha RSVPing at the last minute. She has the secret boyfriend that she moved across the country to, and only Bali and Brian knew. But I thought Anisha and Vishal were like besties. What the heck? What is going on? It's kind of sad, though. It's kind of sad to see that this friendship has changed. But I loved this episode. So we had that. We have Anisha moving across the country. I will get to who I think the man is. Okay? She's been a little shady. It's affecting her friendship with Vishal. Sidebar, Vishal was on Watch What Happens Live. I did see the clip. He still hasn't met the husband. Yeah. Word on the street, she got married. So I guess they weren't invited to the wedding. Really? And Anisha, I was rooting for you, but a lot of people saying that they don't like you. I'm so glad to see this show back on the air. Season 3. Okay, Amrit, I'm already tearing up at the thought of this gay Indian wedding that's going to happen. Probably will be the season finale. Sidebar, producers, you might want to give Anisha a timeout like they did on Real Housewives for for Kenya not allowing us to be there for the wedding. Joking. I'm joking, Anisha. Or am I? Sidebar. So we had that conversation. Brian, whoa. I met Brian at BravoCon. Brian, when they did flashbacks of the photos of the other Monica, I was like, she was so pretty. But she was ready to get married. Brian doesn't want to get married. And that's okay, Brian. Your parents and your brother are not your roommates, though. But apparently this season, the producers want us to believe this love affair with this older woman. Brian's going to have this situation with this older woman. But I believe it, too, because at these weddings, I'm not just going to say at Indian weddings, at these weddings, parents are like, you need to get married. And I'm so glad I never had that issue. Someone putting pressure on me to get married. Nope. I'll get married when I want to. Okay? I might be in a wheelchair. Yo, I'm joking. All right. Let me take a sip. Yeah, Logan says Brian, hold on. Brian and his brother look so much alike. Yeah, you would think that they're twins. But they're roommates. Oh, Brian. So that story's happening. Brian is single. But the story that people weren't paying attention to, and I hope you were paying attention to Family Karma season premiere, because I don't know if you noticed it, Rish is feeling the pressure because he's at a wedding. Monica is ready to get married. Monica's like 37, right? Time for her to get married. Look, we get to see the aunties and the uncles are all there. But I don't know if you guys noticed, there was some tension between Monica and Rish. But I told you, Rish was not at BravoCon. So I believe they've broken up. I don't believe that word on the street, he cheated. Allegedly. But yeah, I mean, would you expect anything less from a Drake lookalike? I have to say though, Rish, you were looking hella good not hella. Am I from California? But you were looking very good in that purple suit during his confessional. I was like, okay, Rish. All right. Oh, she's 30? Thank you, Tavares. I mean, oh no, what's the name's 37? Anisha's 37. Anisha's 37. And so is this new lady. Okay, all right, calm down, chat. Monica's 30. Either way, you know what doctors say once you hit 30, ladies. So she's ready to get married. But Rish is a little bit younger than she is. And, well, not, how old is Rish? It doesn't matter. He's not ready. He's definitely not ready, and she is. But I think part of the storyline is that they fall apart because he's not ready, and she is. And sidebar, apparently cheated. Allegedly. Thank you so much, Bobby Alley. She says, hi, Kemp. I don't watch either of these shows, but this is the first time I caught you on live, and I love you, so I'm happy to see you. Happy to see you too, Bobby. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our recap, our final recap of Married to Medicine Season 9 reunion, and we were talking a little bit about Family Karma. So, okay. What else did I want to talk about? Okay, of course, we get to see the aunties, the uncles. We're celebrating Vishal and Risha's wedding. It's just beautiful. 3 days. I'm tired by the end of this episode. I didn't even realize this episode was a jam-packed episode, but I'm tired by the end of this episode. Anyone else? I was just like, there's a lot happening, but I was fully engaged. I was fully engaged in the episode. And I was like, there's not a lot of people that can do a wedding as the entire episode. Sorry, Cynthia Bailey. Oh, damn. And there were a lot of people at this wedding. A lot. All right. Mimi says Brian and Monica forever. I really think that that's not a relationship. I know a lot of people want that to be something, but I remember these group of friends have grown up with each other. So I believe that that's purely platonic, even though they would be a very good looking couple. They would be a very good looking couple. But I don't think so. He likes older women. I think what we're going to see is Brian navigating this relationship with this other older lady. Older lady. She's 30, what, 37? All right. So we find out that Anisha, sidebar, Bali, we love you. I love Bali on this show. She doesn't get enough airtime. I like how she's like the intermediary of the aunties with the kids, and she's all in the mix. Just saying. Yeah, Miss Bernice says it was sensory overload and I loved it. Gorgeous. I mean, with all the people, all the dancing. I don't know about you. The last Indian wedding that I covered or was watching was Priyanka Chopra's wedding to Nick Jonas. They had all of this stuff there too. It was a gorgeous wedding, but it wasn't 7 days though. I think it was just 3 days. I just don't think 7 days is practical. It's a lot. Okay. So, okay. But the real storyline this season, we're going to talk more about, family karma as the season progresses. But this entire episode was really about Vishal and Risha's wedding. And it seems like Auntie Lopa and the family are trying to get along. What was up with Auntie Lopa and her own little seductive dance? She didn't want to do the parents dance, so she had to do her own. I was like, Lopa's great for television. I don't care if you don't like her. She's still great for television. She's still great for television. And can you blame her about how she feels about Vishal? I can't blame her. But I do love Vishal and Amrit's friendship. I love their friendship because it's real. I saw them too at BravoCon. Tall. Look, tall. All right. Okay. So here's the thing, y'all. So Anisha has this beau, this new man that she apparently married, okay, since filming all of this, all right? We already knew she was engaged, but apparently she married him. I don't know if you paid attention. In the preview, they blur out this man's face. However, I don't know if you noticed that when they were talking about her online dating, I think I figured out who the guy was because they actually showed his face very quickly. Because remember, they were showing a bunch of different guys that she had been swiping through. And then I was like, wait a second, that guy's hair looks like the guy's face that they blurred out. Okay, I'm going to show you his picture. I took a screenshot. Okay? Oh, man, is it going to work? I believe this is the man. I might be wrong, but if you go back at the end of the episode, when you see the preview, they blur out a face. And I'm like, why has that man got so much hair? It looks just like, I think this is him, y'all. I think this is him. I mean, look, we're going to be shady. No offense. Remember the guy she went out with last season? I kind of wish, the one that she was FaceTiming with, and he had like this really dark sense of humor, very much like she does. I wanted her to end up with him. See, okay, I'm not the only one. Okay, Deborah caught it too. Not me being a detective. I'm just saying. I think we shall see. She says because of his job. I don't know what his job is. But because of his job, she doesn't want to even say his name. But they showed his picture, allegedly. I really believe that this is the guy. And I believe he just disliked the video. So I think this is it. I mean, he's not a bad looking guy. I mean, I'm not into the long hair. I think he would look even better if he cut his hair. What's up with that? It's a look. I don't know. I mean, it tracks for Anisha. K-Baby says, I hope it ain't him. You know what? Woo, woo, woo. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, we are going to start combining our Real Housewives of Potomac recap with, we're going to talk about Family Karma, and we're going to start doing that next week with our Real Housewives of Potomac. But I decided, since we're talking about Married to Medicine, finally, the finale, why not talk about that as well? Don't forget, tomorrow we will be live at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. 9:30 a.m. PST for our Tuesday takeover, where we cover a variety of reality TV news, and pop culture news. Stay tuned for that for our Tuesday takeover tomorrow. Okay. I mean, this is true. Rebecca says maybe it's not a flattering, but I don't think he's a terribly looking guy. It tracks for me that, that's someone that Anisha would be attracted to. She's a little awkward too. Just saying. I like her. I don't really love her this season though, because I don't like how she's treating her friend group. I don't like how she's treating her friend group. Mr. Roberts said it's a smirk. I don't know what that is. Mama Allie, thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you for the reminder, everyone. Don't forget to go vote tomorrow. That's one of the first things I'm going to do before our Tuesday takeover is go vote. So don't forget to vote tomorrow. Very, very important. All right. See, Deb says, hold on. Oh, let me go back up. Deb says he has a nice face. Yeah, I don't think he's bad looking. I mean, at the end of the day, does it matter? As long as she's happy. Remember, she's waited for love for a long time. All right. Let's get into our Married to Medicine recap, guys. So, the finale of Married to Medicine. Let me open my notes because I want to make sure I don't forget anything. So, at the top of this episode, we are still with the guys, and they're talking about Dr. Kiran feeling like it was a joke. His dressing up in the costume, bringing the U-Haul truck. The U-Haul truck was his idea, and he felt like it was a joke. Then it goes back to a time when Curtis had an issue with Eugene and his jokes. I don't think they will ever see eye to eye on it. I get where Dr. Eugene is coming from because especially with the guys, they're not supposed to get into the mess. But I kind of agree with Dr. Kiran too. I thought it was funny. I still think it was funny, but I also understand where Dr. Eugene is coming from. Like really? Like, this is a real issue for me. And people drag me online because of this. And now you made a joke out of this, and now people are going to continue to talk about this. All right. But then they get into a conversation about the P shot, which is very much like the O shot, but it's for men. And it's 6 shots. So they talk about this conversation, and the guys are like squirming about it. Like, I'm not going to get a P shot. Well, when I hit a certain age, I might get me a P shot. Anyone else? What's wrong with... I mean, first of all, I need to talk to Dr. Jackie first. I just need to know... I already know the benefits. According to Curtis, strengthens and lengthens. If that is true, though, wouldn't a lot more men be... Okay, this is not going to turn into Kempire After Dark. But I just feel like if it really lengthened, wouldn't more people be getting it? Or are men that scared of getting a couple of pricks in their you-know-what? I did also find it interesting that Dr. Kiran said that of the men that come into his office to get stuff done, he says it's black men. And then I thought to myself, well, it's Atlanta. The gay boys probably go to Dr. Kiran. Come on. Because these guys are like, we're not here. We don't do any of those things. There's nothing wrong with doing those things as long as you don't go too far. Some people go too far and then they look plastic. Okay? But some of those things for your skin especially, guys should be doing. Especially if they want to stay youthful. Black men too. But I found it interesting that Dr. Kiran said that the majority of the people, the guys that come to him, are black men. But then again, I said Atlanta. How you doing? Just saying. But the P shot. So look. Why wouldn't the guys do it? Especially you, Dr. Eugene. Look, I don't.
That's really upsetting to me, so I'd appreciate it if you didn't say that.
Sorry, Dr. Eugene. Toya admitted that Dr. Eugene does put up a front. He does put up a front when he's really bothered by some of the things that are being said about him on social media and on the show. So, Toya, you kind of had confirmed what everyone assumed. That some of the things that you say on the show really do hurt him. But why wouldn't he get the P shot? Look. Even though she was really like, humana, when the whole conversation about the whole, No one told me it wouldn't get bigger after you got married. Just saying. Sidebar, Dr. Jackie. First of all, where were you? Oh, just say Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie, we forgot to mention this, but I didn't realize that she also has a med spa as a part of her practice. That's the money. The med spa, that is the money. Go ahead, Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie, do you guys do the P shot? They do the O shot, and you have to pay cash. She says, no, we don't take insurance for that. She needs cash. And Anila, not Anila saying, because Anila during the Vegas trip peed on herself. Sorry. And a company, she says, allegedly, because I don't, she's as bad as Mia from the Real Housewives of Potomac. I don't believe a word that comes out of Anila's mouth either. She says a company reached out to her. I do believe this, though, that a company reached out to her about wearing some sort of like Depends like underwear thing. But Dr. Jackie says the original creation for the O shot was to take care of those things for women. Has anyone in the chat, look, anyone in the chat or in the replay crew or TikTok chat, have any of you gotten a P shot or an O shot? This was the first time I ever even heard of it. I mean, I'm quite young. But when time comes, you never know. You never know. I need to Google schmoogle and get some facts on it, though. Like, what the hell are you injecting? 6 shots? Ooh. I mean, I don't really care about the shots. Like, I get allergy shots on a monthly basis. I'm not squeamish about that. I mean, but it is going into your... Shelly, I'm so glad I saw this comment. Shelly says, I'm doing my dishes and broke one. I was laughing so hard at Kempire's joke about Eugene getting the P shot. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's also a full moon tomorrow. And Justin says, "What, baby, what's a P shot?" Justin, did you just join us? It is a shot in the women get the O shot, men get the P shot. And according to Curtis, he was wrong about the it increase in endurance. Nope, it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that. Why are we still talking about the P shot? Because it's funny. It strengthens and lengthens. So if you have a boo that might have a problem, strengthens. Look, we might need to go to Twitter Spaces for the rest of this conversation. Yes, they do, Nicole. Nicole says, don't they numb the peen before injecting? Yes, they do. They do. I can't even imagine that area being numb, though. Okay, we'll save this for Kempire After Dark. Guys, if you don't follow me on Twitter at TheKempire, we might have to go live just so we can talk about that. All right. So the O shot, yes, I see a lot of you talking about the O shot. The O shot is $2,500 cash. No insurance will take it. Well, at least Dr. Jackie does not take insurance for that. It's in the med spa. All right. All right. Let's get back to this because there's still. I fast forwarded the Dr. Scott song. I already saw a little clip of it online. I was not going to watch it twice, okay? During the song, though, in the song, he says, don't confuse cheating with flirting. Really? I can't with Dr. Scott. The whole narrative that they try to paint this season, I'm over you, Contessa. I'm over Dr. Scott. I'm over the fake and phony that you tried to paint this season. I probably would have believed this more if we saw them going to counseling, if we just saw, and mind you, I've been rewatching the old seasons and I'm up to her seasons and I'm just like, I'm waiting for me to be like, oh, this is why Dr. Contessa's been on the show. Nope. Not interested. Not interested, y'all. All right. Excuse me. Some of you are saying it was cringe. Sherry says, that was so uncomfortable. Yeah. And that's why I'm not going to pay it any more attention than you need. I don't know. Is this song available? I don't care. All right. So this goes from the husbands having the conversation to the husbands joining the wives on stage. And this is where we get Eugene versus Quad. Okay. And it was an awkward moment because we're like, what exactly is why did Dr. Eugene react the way that he did with Quad? But Quad, you're not innocent here. I feel like Quad has been trying to stir the pot. Even in this reunion, she was trying to control the reunion. She was trying to control Andy. And Andy was just like, can I say it? She's like, okay, go ahead. No, this is not your show, Quad. And as Mariah said, you're not even married to medicine, my dear, my love, whatever she said. Quad, why are you still here? I mean, I like Quad, but I'm like, at this point, I'm sort of like, we got to figure out what's next for Quad. What is next for Quad? Anyone else know? Look, anyone know? Anyone know? Let me see. KK says, why have we never heard Contessa owned a yogurt shop? Are her business still running? Well, remember she has the family medicine business. I don't know how that's doing because the last we heard from Dr. Heavenly, she was interviewing. So I don't know. Donna says, I'm glad Quad got Eugenia back. I mean, look, I think they both had points, but I would prefer, because Toya can handle Quad. I don't need Eugene coming at Quad. It's the optics. Yes, she's talking about him, so he should have every right to speak to her and address her. However, I would prefer Toya address it because Toya is fully equipped of answering and addressing those issues with Quad. And Quad, your reasoning for coming at them about you're talking about the t-shirt, the light comments that they made about the t-shirt. Look, I get it, but for you to go on this rampage against them, it's like apples and oranges. Apples and oranges. But that's my opinion. I just felt like it wasn't for all that heat that you were giving. Like the Quad looks like the I don't know if it was editing, but the way she was looking at them, it's just like, damn, you look so bitter. And bitter for what? Well, maybe because Toya's been saying what we've been saying. Why are you on this show and you're not even married to medicine? And she's been trying to alienate her from being a part of the show, allegedly. So maybe that's what it is. So we have that moment between Quad and Dr. Eugene. But like I said to you before, Toya confirmed that Dr. Eugene will laugh things off, but will be hurting on the inside. So if you know this, why do you say the things that you say on this show, Toya? Like, she set up a few things over the seasons, not just this season alone, things over the season that make you go, damn, not my partner. There's no way that could be my partner. I mean, everyone has their, situation, but that couldn't be my partner. My partner needs to be my biggest advocate. Of course, us alone, you tell me what I did wrong, but in public, with your friends, no. DV says, Quad needs to stop talking about Eugene, especially after she gave them that basket when they OTAT. Right? Remember that season? I thought that was awkward. I was like, why are you bringing it? Like, what? I mean, Toya was very gracious with it because some other people would have been like, what? What are you doing? This is not a time for you to have a moment. And that was what, season? I don't remember. It was like early season. It wasn't season 1, I don't think. Oh, hold on, y'all. Ban. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I just saw. Did I forgot to make this? Hold on. I must have forgotten to make this subscribers only. That's when you start seeing spammers come into the room, y'all. Hold on. Let me just handle it from the I forgot. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Subscribers only. There we go. YouTube, y'all need to do better with the amount of spam. Guys, a reminder. Unless you see a check mark next to my name in the YouTube comments, it's not me. Don't call any numbers. Don't reply to any messages. Ignore them or report the fake account. All right. All right. back to this. So back to this. Guys, we have almost 900 people in the building for our recap of Family Karma and Married to Medicine Season 9 Reunion, the finale. Be sure to like the video if you haven't already. I will be dropping the call-in link for our Royal Court members first, so stay tuned for that. But I will also drop the call-in link for the general audience. Let's get to 400 likes, and I'll drop the call-in link once we get there. Ooh, Deborah says that Quad is a big snake. Damn, really? Damn. Let me see. Exactly. Ilim says spammers go away. Yeah, it's okay. It happens. Look, all the platforms get spammers. All the platforms. All right. Angela says, I can't stand. Hold on. I can't stand Quad. She don't need to be on the show anymore. I just feel like Quad has outgrown the show at this point. I really do, because now it's sort of weird having her be there because she is no longer married to medicine. So and I like Quad. I think she has a big personality. So, you know, sometimes she makes me laugh, and I like seeing her nephew Mason. But at this point, I'm just like, Quad, like, why are you here? Like, I kind of wish that Quad had elevated to something else. And I think that she had planned to do that, you know, when she had Sister Circle and she was doing other things. And then it just, you know, Sister Circle was canceled. Rightfully so. I'm just saying, look, even when I watched Sister Circle, I was just like, but Quad has a big personality. Some of you suggested that she'd be on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. I could see that. I could actually see Quad on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. However, I know a lot of you want the show Real Housewives to get away from people that aren't actually Real Housewives, that aren't married. So then there's that. Jenna says, hold on. Jenna says she's here for that check. She is, and you can tell in the reunion and during the season that she was working overtime to secure that check. That's the way it was coming across, that Quad was just really there to stir the pot and get activated in everyone else's story. All right, I'm going to lay off a Quad a little bit. So the husbands are out there, Dr. Damon's last statement. I love the fact that he spoke up for himself because, you know, at one point Quad wanted to... When she said, do you know what your wife is doing up in her closet? I was like, oh, damn. And then Dr. Heavenly, how did you guys feel about Dr. Heavenly telling Quad not to ask her husband anything? And Damon's just sitting back there like this. But I'm glad that he did speak up. He said he can speak for himself. I like what he said. He was like, you know, when we say that we have the perfect marriage, we are obviously joking. But he says that, you know, we have a darn good marriage. And he also owns that he knows the way that he speaks is not, you know, the way that everyone does. He says, you know, I do take time with the things that I say. I appreciate Dr. Damon Daddy. I've never really thought that. I know people have speculated that their relationship is tumultuous or it might not be 100%. I never got that vibe. I really do feel like they have a solid relationship. I think that just because they don't parade their relationship around like some of these other people doing reality shows, people always kind of look at, oh, it can't be perfect. I don't think that their relationship is perfect. I mean, we are talking about Dr. Heavenly. But I have to say, in comparison to the rest of them, you know what marriage that we should be looking at? Cecil and Dr. Simone. Here's the thing. This is going to turn into Kempire After Dark for a second. She's not willing to do certain things with him in that arena when it, like, she's not like willing at all. And I'm thinking to myself, what one woman won't do, another woman will. Just saying. Deborah says, I like Dr. Damon Daddy too. Yeah. I think we all do. The back and forth between Dr. Damon Daddy, and Contessa too. I mean, I get where Dr. Damon was coming from in that moment. Contessa, I'm still trying to understand where you're coming from. And I think the casualty of the situation is that the guy's relationship has suffered because of Dr. Heavenly. and their relation and her relationship with Contessa is where it's at. So they can't even hang out with each other anymore. Dr. Heavenly does apologize to Dr. Scott for the thing that she said in reference to him being, emotionally and verbally abusive on YouTube. He said when he saw that, Dr. Scott said when he saw that, he was just like, wow, like what a way to kick me while I'm down. And I can get that. I can get that because, especially because they're personal friends. Did she have to say it? No. Was she lying? No. That's the way it appeared to all of us last season. So for you to make such a huge jump from that to what we see in front of us now, I'm like, girl. Exactly. Samara says Contessa. You guys love to say Contessa. Wouldn't let him speak. I mean, a lot of them wouldn't let him speak. A lot of them. And he says, Dr. Damon says, this is part of the reason why he's not around as much either, is because everyone's always trying to overtalk him. Oh, Minky says, Dr. Contessa doesn't listen. She runs her mouth. Damn. Guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, have you gotten your Coldest water bottle yet? Head on over to Coldest.com and check out their water bottles. They have ice packs. They have coolers. They have things for your pets. Pillows and sheets are coming. Head on over to Coldest.com, but don't forget to use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off of your order. Speaking of 10% off, if you use the discount code KEMPIRE10 at houseofkempire.com, you can get 10% off of your order for this week only. All right, for this week only, you can get 10% off with the discount code KEMPIRE10. That's Kempire10 for 10% off at houseofkempire.com. All right. Ooh, Pink Petal says that Dr. Simone is sneaky too. Ain't she? Look, ain't she? Let me see. Okay, let me say, hold on. Did I not save? Hold on, y'all. Let me save this. Okay. And thank you, Bobby, for becoming a member of the channel. Guys, if you would like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. Okay? All right. Let me say thank you, Danielle, for the super chat. Danielle says the difference is they don't speak about their marriage, but heavily stay in everyone else's. Okay. But in all fairness, you're sharing this on a reality show. You know what I mean? They could comment on her relationship if they wanted to, but they're the ones, again, like the perfect example is Contessa sharing all of this last season, but this season is trying to backpedal on everything that she shared. Like we didn't see what we saw. I mean, I do think that Dr. Heavenly is not 100% right. I mean, and obviously she agrees as well because she has apologized to the group. But she did bring up a point during the reunion that everybody in some shape or form does the same thing that she does, but they just don't monetize off of it. They're all on Twitter and Instagram doing the same thing, according to her. I don't keep up with all the people and the things, okay? Nia, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. She says, in the words of the late, great Betty White, the cleanup woman will get Cecil away from Simone. That's why Tammy being his friend was a problem. Oh, I mean, they denied that there was anything like that with Tammy. But I'm still looking at, wow, did they even, I know they mentioned the book a little bit on the reunion, but did we get anywhere? Do we know when the book is coming? Or is that her storyline for next season? Just saying. Belicious says, did we talk about Curtis, how they said he tells Jackie he's on the way home, but he really isn't? He's still cheating, in my opinion. He's not fooling me. I did notice that the second time around watching it. And they were talking about who has the shortest leash, who has the longest leash. And everyone said that Dr. Jackie gives Curtis the longest leash. And a lot of you have speculated maybe possibly that there was an open relationship there. Possibly. I don't know what it is. I honestly don't care. I mean, look, Dr. Jackie, were you with us in this reunion? I mean, besides when we were talking about the O shot and the P shot. So I'm not completely I wouldn't be completely surprised. So apparently he has the longest leash. Dr. Kiran says he has the shortest leash. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. All right. What else did I want to talk about in regards to this episode? I'm just taking a look at my notes, y'all. Um, oh, I don't know about anyone else. It was a little awkward when Dr. Heavenly was yelling at Quad, "Don't ask my husband anything. Don't ask my husband anything." Then Andy's like, "Can I ask him something?" And she was like, "No." Like, really? That was weird. That was awkward. I don't understand the mindset behind it, but it is what it is. I don't know why Quad couldn't ask him a question, but I did love Dr. Damon's response to Andy's question. He's just like, we're not perfect, but we do have a very good relationship. All right. If you are a Royal Court member, I'm going to drop the call-in link because I'm going to y'all know what time it is? Look, it's about time for me to get something to eat. Look, hold on. Let me drop the call-in link. Hold on. All right, Royal Court members, you can find the call-in link on the community tab on YouTube. Let me just post it here. And if you haven't already, guys, I'll drop the call-in link for the general audience. Once we get to 400 likes, I'll drop the call-in link for the general audience. We have almost 1,000 people watching. I should up that. But once we get to 400 likes, liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting not just my channel, but other people's channel as well that you may not be familiar with. Okay. All right. So I dropped the call-in link there for you. All right. Overall, though, based off of season 9, the season as a whole, and this 3-part reunion, I feel like the 3-part reunion was solid. I think we covered all the areas. By the end of it, I'm not even talking about when I don't even think they're strippers. The shirtless guys came out and brought the shots for the ladies, and Dr. Eugene is yelling, "Toya, Toya!" But them rehashing and figuring out, do you feel like we could get to a better place? And I have to say, I mean, when Quad corrected herself later about her feeling, quote, vindicated, I was like, vindicated from what, Quad? But then she said her lie detector test. Really? A lie detector test? All right. Gwen says, I can say a lot about Heavenly, but I respect that she doesn't play with her marriage and doesn't allow anyone else to either. Good point. Felicia says she's glad it's over. I think, a lot of people were surprised that the season ended so quickly, but I felt like it was a solid season. We didn't, drag it out like we do with some reality shows. The 3-part reunion I felt was necessary, but okay. All right. And Team Kempire members, I'm going to drop the call-in link for you as well on the community tab. There we go. All right. Let me see what you guys. Let me just say thank you. Stanielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Stanielle says, that's what I mean. That's the only way to get under her skin. Right back ain't cheating. Oh, okay. Thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, Renee, thank you so much for the super chat. Renee says, maybe Toya treats Eugene like that because he steps out on her. Wow. Remember when Toya was consoling Contessa last season and she stated that? I don't recall that, but you really think that Dr. Eugene is stepping out on her? I mean, those be the ones. Just saying. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Let me see. A-Dream says that the rumors about Quad bed antics were a bigger deal than what production wanted to show. Quad thought it was a moment because of how harsh the combos were. All right. Hey, Ranella. Ranella says, These lives really are live. Happy to catch one, but I'm in LA and have to get back to work. Catch you all in the replay. Thank you, Ronella. Belisha says that Contessa has me exhausted. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? At this point, I'm just like, Contessa, did we have any clarity on your issue this season? I think Contessa made a big issue of something that everyone could agree with on the cast, and that Heavenly drags them on her YouTube channel. And I think she made that her storyline this season. But Contessa, it didn't translate well for you. I wouldn't be sad if you left, but I know you would be because you need the show. Allegedly. Just saying. Just saying. All right, let me get to these callers so I can get out of here and go eat. All right. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Danielle says Eugene seems like the type who will have a work wife and it being emotional and not physical. Oh. I mean, anything's possible. I'm not putting anything past Dr. Eugene. You know, at the top of the season, we were doing hashtag save Dr. Eugene. And by the third episode, I was like, I think Dr. Eugene is the one creating this for himself. Just saying. All right. Let me get to these callers so I can get up out of here, y'all. Hold on. Let me switch this out. All right. Testing. Hold on. Oop. Oh, L. Singleton says, doctors and police officers have the worst reputation with faithfulness. Really? Look, really? Damn. All right. All right. Miss Esquire, I'm going to bring you up first. Hold on. What's going on, Miss Esquire?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing really well. I'm sorry to get to talk to you about, the girls playing in the Potomac Lake, honey, but I was working. So I really thought twice about using my anytime minutes to even talk about this show, but you know how I feel about Marriage to Obamacare. So here's the thing. Eugene, I love Eugene so much. He's one of my favorite house husbands of any of the franchise. But he's just going to have a really hard time convincing me that he has more smoke for Quad than he does for his own wife.
Oh.
And I'm just sorry. Like, I don't. Quad is playing the game that y'all are playing. Y'all do keep you and your wife keep her name in your mouth. And it's very clear that y'all have an agenda to get her off this show. So why you don't think she's going to fight fire with fire is beyond me. It was very cringy to just kind of watch that whole interaction between them because I don't want to see the husbands in that regard. And I know it would be a lot more comfortable for Eugene if Quad were married and he could address her husband, because I don't think Eugene is the type that wants to mix it up with the ladies in that way. So, I mean, honestly, that was the most entertaining, although it was the most wasn't the most cringy because we still have, Biggie Don, Dr. Scott trying to rap. But it was the second most cringy moment of the reunion for me. But other than that, I'm just ready for them to go back to delivering these babies and looking at people's vaginas and in people's teeth and off my television screen. Bye, Kim.
Take care. Oh, hilarious. All right, Miss Bernice, I'm going to bring you up next. What's going on, Miss Bernice?
Hey, Kempy, how you doing, baby?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm fine. But did you notice it when they had all the sellers in the back, and they were still trying to get old boy to understand what Eugene was coming from? And Curtis gonna say, "Well, you was talking about when I had my affair. You said a joke I didn't like. You can't compare it to you stepping out on your wife to them coming to a Halloween party dressed up like movers. Those don't go together, boo." He was trying to give himself a moment, like, Curtis, just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. But when Quad said she was vindicated, and I keep saying, like, vindicated from what? What was it that they did you so wrong, boo? That you had to plot and scheme to take them down. See, you're the type of person, if somebody, I inadvertently, brush into you, next time you're going to plot to take my firstborn. Just not rough on steel-skin. Come on now, let's not go there. But I'm glad it's over. It was a little lackluster. Like, okay, heavenly, gonna be heavenly. Okay, if you don't want her to know your business, don't tell her your business.
Yeah.
Simple as that. But other than that, I love the Karma show. I'm a fan now forever. Um, so what show we gonna do next time?
What do you mean next time?
What's the next live?
Oh, you mean like next week? So
Yeah.
I will be doing Family Karma with Potomac next week. So it'll just be that one live until we figure out what the next show will be.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, go get you something to eat. Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Take care. Bye. All right. Let's bring up Tyler next. What's going on, Tyler?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm great. So I just have two things that I want to say very quickly. Quad. I feel like Quad should be smart enough to stop playing into their games because they're trying to make Quad say something that will get her off the show because they don't want her on there. And it was teetering on that when she was accusing Toya, kind of pushing with that whole Toya was responsible for the robbery.
Yeah.
And I think Quad kind of caught it and was like, okay, let me scale back on what I was saying because, or whatever, because I mean, I feel like Toya does not want Quad on this show, and her husband doesn't either. As far as Heavenly, I love Heavenly for the show. My only issue with Heavenly is she's a flip flopper sometimes, because it just seems like the last two parts of the reunion, like she was trying to be Toya's friend, like she was kind of because Toya, and I'm like, well, Heavenly, that's who you talk the most noise about on the show. And one last thing. Why was Simone sitting next to Andy? What did she bring for her to be like? I thought the people who bring the most, I'm like, why is Simone up there?
Not with the Married to Medicine. If you look at the seating, usually the seating, Dr. Simone and Dr. Jackie are sitting next to Andy. I think that's just the way they do it.
Yeah, well, Simone. And last, Anila, goodbye. Just switch Anila for Audra and bye, Anila. I like her husband, but Anila, she at least Carrie, to me, although Carrie is a white woman, no offense, she still gets it. Anila is so lost and so like, in a place of she doesn't even understand certain things. It's just kind of like, all right, girl, we've met our quota. We get it. Goodbye. But other than that, thank you. I see you're tired and you holding on. Have a good one.
You too. Bye. All right. I'll say this about Anila, her and the conversations that she was trying to have with Toya at the end. Anila, you are no friend, and I think Toya sees right through it. You are no friend to anyone in this cast. I don't believe a word that's coming out of her mouth. I really don't. I don't believe that you. I think you just want to be friendly with all these people so that you can stay on the show. Just saying. All right, Miss Beverly, I'm going to bring you up next. What's going on, Miss Beverly?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm okay. I'm just wondering with Quad, the way she goes so hard at Eugene and Toya. I'm wondering if Eugene and Toya are still friends with Dr. G.
Oh.
And she has an issue with that. I mean, really, because I'm trying to rewind in my mind why she would have it out for them so bad. Somebody calling your apartment a BS apartment, asking the same questions everybody else as to how you afford things. I mean, why go so hard at those two? It's something deeper than, what we see on the show. And with Anila, no, Anila is no one's friend. And Dr. Heavenly said so on her show pretty much that if outside the show, Anila would not be friends with them. And I think what they did bringing Anila and her husband in was trying to pretty much stick it to Mariah because Mariah used to try to get her and her husband's culture. She used to say we black a Dashian, however she pronounced it. And they would never show any of their cultural stuff or anything like that. So I really think it was the producers trying to stick it to Mariah. And also Heavenly said that even though her and Toya are not friends, when it comes to Anila and Toya, she will always side with Toya every time, no matter what. She said, even if Toya is wrong, she would side with Toya because they're both black women. And that's what she said out of her mouth, which she's a trip because She says she wants to talk to Toya to get their relationship back on track because, when she was introduced, she really was introduced as being closer to Toya.
Yeah.
But and then she goes on her show and bash her some more.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Heavenly is a mess. But yeah, Anila needs to go, and she needs to take Quad with her, because if you notice, when she came to the party, the two women she brought with her, they were both of her culture. So
Mm.
that shows you right there. She would not be friends with this circle of women if she was not on the show.
Okay. All
And
right, Miss
that's it.
Beverly. Thank you so much for calling in.
All right. You have a good one
You
and
too.
enjoy your meal. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
Bye. All right. All right, guys. We're going to take one last caller. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. And then we're going to get up out of here. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on tomorrow's Tuesday takeover that will be happening at 12:30 p.m., 12:30 p.m. Eastern, and then 9:30 a.m. PST. All right, Miss Brooklyn Diamond is going to close this out. What's going on, Miss Brooklyn Diamond?
Hey, hi everybody. One thing I wondered about Contessa and Dr. Scott and their therapy not being on the show, and I wonder if that has to do part in with the therapist maybe not wanting to have their business or whatever going on the show. So I won't hold too much against them in the sense that we're not seeing that, because there could be a reason that is not controlled by Bravo or by Scott and Contessa, where the therapist is like, no, I'll do therapy, but I don't do therapy for television.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so that could be a situation there. I find Dr. Heavenly to be very insecure when it comes to her marriage, because the fact that you don't want another woman talking to your husband, she can't ask a question. It's just very, it comes off to me that she's very insecure that somebody else may catch his eye. Because she likes to kiki it, but everybody has stated on more than one occasion that she trapped Damon. And I think that's still, the fact that it's brought up still kind of sits with her, that she got him because she trapped him, not because necessarily there was this loving romance. Not to say that there wasn't, but there was some underlying currents with that as well. I feel Quad needs to go. I think Eugene and Toya are still friends with Dr. G, and I think that does burn. And the other thing I just wanted to say with the statement with Simone and Cecil, and I know you said it in a joking way, but whether Simone does this, that, or the other act for Cecil, that's no excuse for you to step out the marriage. If that means that much to you, then you need to get a divorce and find yourself somebody who's going to do that. It's not a viable option. The cleanup girl going to come and she going to do what you won't do. Then he need to go with her, because that's not a viable option. And we wouldn't take it on the other end. So you can't make that excuse. Whether or not they have an open marriage, whether or not they don't care, if he's all right with it, bless him. And the other thing, back to Heavenly, she real funny about how she tried to downplay what she did at the strip club and mentioned that Damon didn't watch that episode.
Yeah.
But he's not allowed to go to the strip club. That's the other thing that makes me feel that there's a lot of insecurity within her in her marriage. Not that he would ever do anything, but I just think she's very insecure in it.
Okay.
Anyway,
good
night.
You too. Bye. All right, y'all. Final thoughts. Hold on, let me switch this out. All right, final thoughts. Don't forget to vote tomorrow. I think it was a solid season. Season 9 for Married to Medicine. As you know, when we were doing our recaps of it, I was talking about the seasons that I was watching on Peacock while I was watching the current season. And for me, it kind of gave me a lot more insight on some of the relationships. It will be interesting to see who will be returning and what they will be returning with for season 10. Dr. Heavenly did say that more than based on what she's heard, that they are getting a season 10. But it will be interesting to see who actually does return or what they do or add to the show to kind of beef it up a little bit more, because I don't know, Dr. Simone, she's brought a lot over the years, but I have to say in this last season, I was just like, Dr. Jackie, same thing. We shall see. We shall see. Replay crew, as always, I want to know how you would rate this episode. I want to know what you thought of this episode. Live chat, let me know how you would rate this episode as well from 1 to 10 and what you thought of the season overall. And don't forget, I want to hear your thoughts on Family Karma as well and how you're feeling about their season 3 premiere. Let's continue that conversation in the comment section. Guys, don't forget to like the video if you haven't already, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel where you get a visual version of our podcast all the time. So be sure to check out the latest episode over there. And thank you all in the live chat. Thanks to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. And of course, thank you to our moderators. We could not do this without the moderators. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern, 9:30 a.m. PST for our Tuesday takeover. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.
Walking like a G, sipping Hennessy, President Sweet, looking like a young Barack Obama. Skipping to the beat, giving hella heat. I'ma need a seat just to count up all these dots and commas. I think it's evident I'm the better man, I'm the jam. I'ma have you crushing like a four-wheel monster. Who you know who looking like this for real? Who you know who looking like this? Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got that flavor, I know you're dying to feed. I ain't no dancer, just got some hip in my feet. Now throw your hands up. Ooh, you bring the lighter, I got the fuse. You make a fire, I'll add the fuel. Follow my lead, just watch the shoes. Gotta turn the heat up to get this cool. Weight up on my shoulders, all this jewelry on me. I wear my shades inside cause I go blind just looking down. Walking like the man, sipping Chardonnay on the balcony, looking like a young Elvis Presley. I've been overseas, I've been underneath, I ain't never seen nothing like a person 12 o'clock. I don't know nobody looking like that, I don't know nobody looking like that. I don't know nobody looking like that, I don't know nobody looking like that. Baby, baby, won't you listen to me? I got